next up, this is one that Joseph10704 sent me. It is Transformers 3, Dark of the Moon.
Hey, look, another Shia LaBeouf movie.
Yeah. And, I'm not a huge Transformers fan. I know I'm going to get hate for that, but I'm really...
I'll probably get a lot of praise for that, unfortunately. I mean, I don't care, because I love Transformers, but you'll probably get so many comments like today, you're a god.
Because, I didn't really grow up with the animated show. Really, when I came to Transformers, the only show that I really got into was Beast Wars. Beast Wars was awesome. I love that show.
I agree. That's where my Transformers obsession came from, because I grew up watching Beast Wars. But like most things, most reboots back then, is that when they would air the new show, they would, of course, pair it up with the original show. So a great way to follow up from Toonami when you were watching, at least when it was on for me, watching Thundercats and Beast Wars, you were followed up with Transformers Generation 1.
Well, I remember this was when I kind of lived out in the country, so we had a satellite dish, and it was on this one obscure channel that I had to go to watch it. But a great show. I mean, as far as the movie goes, I wasn't a huge fan of the original Transformers. I thought there was way too many characters in it, and it didn't really work too...
I will say, I will actually, as a fan, 100% agree that Generation 1 had way too many characters.
Well, I'm talking about the Transformers movie, the live action.
Yeah, well, the movie's based on Generation 1, so yes, there are too many characters. That's the one that I can agree on in any Transformers movies, that there are way too many characters.
So
I understand when people get, a lot of people get them confused, especially in the new movies. Like, they all look the same. Like, they're all just giant robots, except for Prime.
Well, I'm mainly referring to all the different human characters in it that
really
kind of come together. I think there are too many people in it, and I don't think it gels very well as a movie.
The parents don't really need to be in the movies.
No.
They have a quick laugh, but they're mostly filler.
Mm-hmm. And as far as this one goes, I actually started watching this one, and I do this with a lot of movies, where I'll watch like 30-40 minutes of it, and then quit watching it and go do something else. I guess I have ADHD, or whatever. But a friend from work actually invited me over to his place because he got a new, I think, like 42, 47-inch 3D TV, and he had just bought Transformers Dark of the Moon in 3D. So I get to see the whole film in 3D, and it looked fantastic. It really did blow my mind.
That was one of the few 3D movies I actually really loved. Like, I thought it really benefited, especially during the fight scenes. That was where it just...
Oh, definitely.
Like, a lot of people are like, this movie sucks. Are you kidding? Did you see that in 3D? That was fucking awesome.
I mean, just talking about the movie on its own merits, the action sequences, as always in these movies, are great. I really enjoyed the action. As far as the story and the characters in it, it's just okay.
The movies, the first one is where it was really like they had it down, right? Like, they had the humor down to a minimum. They had the filler and the characters set well, and the action was amazing. But then second and third, I could definitely agree, they kind of got really mixed bagged.
Yeah.
Especially in the second one, where it kind of seems like a jumbled up mess.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the second one.
I don't think it's a god awful movie. It's just it's incredibly mediocre. I'll say that. If it were released in 3D, like, that's one thing. Why can't they're doing Star Wars? Why don't they just re-release all the Transformers movies in 3D? I would see that.
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends, because, I mean, this one was actually shot natively, mostly in 3D.
Well, true, but, the Transformers movies are 88% digital anyway, so they're going to look they're going to look exceptional, they're going to at least be watchable in 3D. It's not going to be, like, out-gougingly bad, like, fuck, what was that? I actually was one of the people that hated seeing Thor in 3D. That was a terrible 3D experience.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in 3D, but I didn't think that the movie was all that great. I mean, it was good.
Thor was okay. Thor was, compared to all the other stuff we got that year, Thor was kind of stood out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been worse. That's the best thing you can say about it.
It could have been. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get to see First Class, so I don't know. You know, maybe that's the best one of last year.
It definitely is.
I keep hearing.
X-Men First Class is a fantastic film. Has a few issues, but overall it's a good movie. Alright, next up, I got a phenomenal deal on this one. I was so surprised to find this in the clearance section at Target. But it is The Departed. And you're not going to believe how much I paid for this. This was on clearance for, I believe it was $2.54.
And this is a Blu-ray.
Yes.
Fucking great deal.
Yeah, and I mean, really the only thing that's wrong with it is that the case is broken, so it doesn't close all the way, but, you know, the Blu-ray's in perfect condition, so, I mean, I don't care about the case. I mean,
I have a bunch of spare Blu-ray cases. I could probably send you one as a replacement.
Well, I need to buy some soon anyway.
Buy some off me. I've got 50 of them.
I mean, are they actual cases or eco cases?
Well, they're not eco. They're standard Blu-ray cases.
Okay. But I still haven't watched this yet, but I've heard good things.
Oh, it's an amazing movie.
So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Next up, these are all ones that I got at Best Buy a week or so ago. Really great deals on them. Let's see, I believe I got these two for $6 each. First up is one of these animated Marvel features, but it's the Ultimate Avengers collection.
Ah, good movies.
Yeah, and this includes the first Ultimate Avengers and the sequel to it. And, you know, the animation in this is really good. Picture quality is fairly good. Of course, this is based off of the Ultimate Avengers comics. The only thing that I was kind of disappointed about this, going into these, I was thinking, oh, it's the Avengers. You know, what Marvel villain are they going to fight? Is it going to be Doctor Doom? And basically they fight aliens.
Well, it's the aliens are from the original comics. It's the original story.
Well, that may be, but you know, to me, I felt a little bit disappointed.
The Avengers, like, it was one. I think if memory serves well, the Ultimate Avengers were like one of the first straight-to-video animated Marvel movies.
I believe they were actually.
I'm sure they were. In fact, yeah, I'm actually 100% sure they were the first. So, really, the only people that were going to buy them were going to be, you know, diehard comic book fans. So, of course, they're going to have to be as faithful to the comics as they can, because it would have been a big risk to change a lot.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a lot more now, and you know, they do a lot of different things. Like, there's I can't remember them all.
I mean,
there's an anime. There's a bunch of new animes based on Marvel properties now that are getting a lot of names.
I've heard that I like the animated shows, like X-Men animated series.
Yeah, the G4 animated originals. They're actually made in Japan.
I've heard it's absolutely terrible. I haven't seen it.
The Wolverine one was pretty bad, but I heard that I heard Blade, X-Men, and what was the other one? It was Avengers. There's a third one, but those three got a lot. A lot of people didn't seem to like Wolverine for some reason.
But I mean, getting over the disappointment with these films, they're actually pretty good.
That's understandable because you're more a casual viewer. You're not really a comic book dork.
Yeah. And one thing I did like is that the sequel actually does continue the storyline in a nice way, and it really does feel kind of like one big movie. So I mean, that was pretty cool. Both movies on one disc, and you get a couple different featurettes. So for $6, you know, really good pickup there. All right, next up, another one for $6. This is one that I've been wanting to see for a really long time. and it is the Cider House Rules.
Cider House Rules. Sounds familiar.
It's got Michael Caine in it.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Michael Caine, Tobey Maguire, Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron's ass is one.
Oh, yes. And surprisingly, Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he is in that, isn't he?
Yeah. Because apparently he actually started out as a bit of a dramatic actor.
I still can't even believe he's in his 40s.
Really? I did not know that.
42.
I mean, as far as this movie goes, I was... Maybe I had high expectations going into it. I was a little disappointed with it, honestly. You know, the movie is fairly straightforward, and it is fairly predictable. But I have to say, the performances alone are worth checking this out. Tobey Maguire does a great job, as well as Michael Caine. And Charlize Theron in this is just really, really hot.
Yeah. I think one thing I like about it is it actually features one of my favorite character actors, Kieran Culkin, if I pronounced that right, from Scott Pilgrim.
Really?
Yeah, he's actually my favorite Culkin.
Oh, yeah, he's in it. Yeah, he did a good job.
An underrated film of his is Igby Goes Down. A lot of people should check that movie out.
I've heard of that and have almost bought it on multiple occasions, but
You should pick it up one of these days. I think he's a highly underrated actor.
Yeah, I mean, how many Culkins are actors?
There's Kieran, of course. There's Rory and Macaulay. I don't know if there's a third one. I'm sorry, a fourth one. No, I think there's only three. I think there's only Macaulay, Rory, and Kieran.
Okay.
But of all of them, I think Kieran has the most talent. I love Macaulay, obviously, for nostalgic factor. Come on, Home Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone.
iCarl, Uncle Buck. Gotta love that guy.
Yep. As far as picture quality goes, quite good. Not a ton of special features, but you do have a commentary track and a making of and some deleted scenes. So, $6. Great pickup. Next up, this is a movie that I had never seen, and this actually, a lot of people don't like this film because it beat out Saving Private Ryan for Best Picture, I think in 96 or 97. But it is Shakespeare in Love. And
Never seen it, but I do know of the fact that people were really against it because of Private Ryan not getting the win.
Yeah. And I picked this up at Best Buy. Has a fairly nice slipcover to it. And I think I paid like $8 for this. And I actually watched this on Valentine's Day all alone because I have no life. But it was really a fantastic film. This is certainly going to be one that I'm going to watch over and over again. Great dialogue in it. Just a really great script. Great cast. Great performances in it. Of course, this stars Joseph Fiennes and Gwyneth Paltrow. I got Jeffrey Rush, Colin Firth, and Ben Affleck, out of all people in this. But really great film. I definitely recommend checking that out.
I'll check it out one of these days.
You definitely should. Now, finally, this is the last thing I picked up. But Warner Brothers has recently released these triple feature packs. I think they have about 7 or 8 of them. And obviously, not all the movies that they have in these triple features are fantastic films. But this one kind of appealed to me because it has at least 2 good movies in it. And, I like action, war films. And so this is the triple feature that has 300, Troy, and Alexander Revisited.
All good movies.
Now, the only one I've seen is Troy, and that was fantastic. I mean, the fight scenes were great. The picture quality was really reference quality. and just performances were fantastic in it. I started watching a little bit of Alexander Revisited last night, and basically the history behind this is that it's an Oliver Stone film, and he released a theatrical cut of it, and I guess fans complained that people said it was hard to understand, or he wasn't happy with it or something, so he made a director's cut. And then I guess they got the same reaction from that, so then he made Revisited, which is the final cut. And from what I've read about this version is that it cuts back and forth through different time periods of his life. And so if you don't like that type of thing, you're probably not going to like this film. But from what I've seen, the action sequences are really well done. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out. And it is a fairly long film. I think it's like over 3 hours long. Oliver Stone was saying that it's kind of like those epics of old where there's an intermission between them. Now, most of these will actually come on just 3 different Blu-rays, but this one actually comes on 4 because, as I was saying, Alexander Revisited is actually on 2 Blu-ray discs. But I picked this up at Best Buy for $14.99. I believe they're all still on sale for that much. So basically, it's $5 per movie. So really good deal. I'm hoping to pick a couple more of these up. But yeah, guys, that is it for my DVD update for the month of February. Do you have anything else to comment on, Chris?
I think you are officially broke.
I am just about, yeah. I mean, I just paid a few bills, hospital bills, for my previous surgery, and I'm probably going to get 1 or 2 more.
Please donate as many Blu-rays to Mass Rock's care of.
Yes.
And address at the bottom. Please donate 1076.
Yeah, you don't have to donate. Please do. Please do.
Donate because you want to. Donate because you want to see that face smile.
Alright, guys. Till next time. See you later.